The intertwining of fate. Quite amusing.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Stars favor us.
I need to be better.
Observe the heavens with my divinations. That only. Don't thank me. Best of luck. An explosive start. End of the world! heavens with my divinations! Text of luck! An explosive start! That only. Don't thank me. Text of luck. An explosive start.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Stars favor us.
Like that, huh?
That only. Don't thank me. Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny.
Activate!
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clap. Come, night not yet time to return.
Firefly Type 4! Activate!
Can't wait anymore. There'll be a way. Unite our goals. Immolate in my death. Slow down. So beautiful.
Attack!
You want to betray me? Until everything burns to ashes! Recalibrating. Let us dance once more.
Be of your body and mind.
Let's have some fun!
All's revealed in divining.
Final leap forward! Let's have some fun!
Low battery. Transform! Seal removed!
Stars favor us.
Don't be rash!
Yeah! We are magic!
They're lost. Show me the way! Dispel the gloom! Restore the skies! Unlimited firepower!
Observe the heavens with my divinations. Test of luck. An explosive start.
Wiped him out. This next round, real gaming. Bonus round. Crazy. Bonus round.
That only. Don't thank me.
Feast your eyes on
Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny.
When are we gonna get the level up all button? When are we gonna get the level up all button?
Nice! Let's go!
Hook's ready to find the next treasure!
Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny.
Well, that about wraps up today's tour. After seeing everything, what do you think? You're only realizing that now. That's your greatest advantage in joining the Phantom Moon Games. A story that's already spread far and wide. Indeed, rather than the power to rule this world directly, that individual draws even greater strength from Pearluxe. The stories and dreams spun by this enterprise are capable of steering the future of plain Arcadia and of serving as the cradle for new imaginae. Madame Pearl is waiting for you at the top of this building to discuss matters regarding the Phantom Moon Games. Let me give you a little reminder. The rules of Phantom Moon Games have never required any competition between supplicants. As an IPC employee, I've said far too much. Your friends are waiting for you in the hall. You should go meet up with them. Don't keep them waiting too long.
Apparently, we can view the great sale models in
Let's have some fun!
What a beautiful model city.
the drop rates are this bad.
Why is the flagship store more expensive than the distributor?
Not a mimic.
Over here! Over here!
You watched Daybreak Squadron 2?
Mr. Yang and I watched the whole thing on the screen! Not only did you assemble the Mechatron and give autographs to your fan, but you also got to live out your superhero fantasy! Did you have fun? Mr. Yang's looking at you with such loving eyes, like a parent watching a kid riding on a carousel at an amusement park.
Indeed. Seeing him so happy reminds me of my younger self. Those were the days.
What are you talking about? Mr. Yang, you're still as young as ever. Oh, right. We've been wandering around here for ages and seen everything there is to see. What's this Madame Pearl really up to?
I understand everything she wanted to show us. There are just a few questions I'd like to confirm with Miss Pearluxe.
Miss Pearluxe? Wait, where did she go?
Ah, there you all are. We've been looking everywhere for you. The Secretary's office sent Agent Feld here to keep you company while you wait, but he said he couldn't find any of you.
Wait, if Mr. Feld is the one who's supposed to meet us, then who is Miss Pearluxe?
Miss Pearluxe?
At Pearluxe Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
P30? Imagenesis Technology Department? Since when did Pearluxe Corp have an Imagenesis Technology Department?
Could she be some kind of corporate spy who snuck into the building? Oh, this is a real mess. What are those security guards even doing? Distinguished guests, are you hurt? Or did she trick you into giving her money or anything like that?
This lady seemed totally legit. She smoothly guided us around the place like a pro. I thought she was one of your people.
I need to report this to security right away. She can't have gone far. Let's catch her in the act.
Thank you for your help. Astral Express crew, Madame Pearl has been waiting for quite some time. If it's convenient, shall we head out now? I'll show you the way. Please inform Madame Pearl that the 3 guests from the Express will arrive shortly.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pearluxe. To ensure your safety and comfort, please avoid running.
Pearl demonstrated the full process of creating a Mechatron army, based on what I saw.
Hello, guests from the Astral Express. Nice to see you again.
Thank you for your gracious hospitality, Madame Pearl.
I understand there was a minor incident in the lower lobby involving someone impersonating a Pearluxe employee. I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment.
We're fine. Don't worry about us. But how are things with you? Did you lose any valuable tech? Blueprints? Or top secret information?
No, Pearluxe's data firewall remains untouched. and all assets under security network surveillance are intact. The only change is an additional expense claim under my employee ID. Never mind. I can make a preliminary assessment that this was the result of someone's momentary impulse. Lately, mishaps have been piling up, like dark clouds before a downpour, casting shadows of uncertainty over my plans.
Could you be referring to the Herald of Death?
33 citizens were found dead in the Dovebrook district. In addition, an IPC specialist assigned to negotiate the purchase of a Mask of Elation died in an unexpected incident. This party has made overt threats to public order and is clearly challenging the IPC. My intuition tells me this is only the beginning. Managing capital and managing a corporation share one thing in common. That is, an aversion to risk and a pursuit of stability. And I bear both responsibilities. As the executive officer of Plain Arcadia, I bear an inescapable responsibility for the safety of this world. As one of the 10 Stonehearts, I hope to bring the Phantasmoon Games to a swift and safe conclusion. Rather than staging another dangerous battle, like what happened at Graphia Academy, I hope the supplicants can show the people of this world miracles of joy and happiness, instead of sorrow and rage during the Phantasmoon Games. Therefore, I'd like to hear the Express's request. Trailblazer, please, tell me. What's your ultimate goal for joining the Phantasmoon Games?
You mentioned earlier that you wanted to talk about the Phantasmoon Games with me?
I'd like to talk about our ultimate goal for participating in the Phantasmoon Games.
Huh. Got something in mind?
I think the rules and rewards for the Phantasmoon Games are a little too vague.
That's exactly what I thought when I joined the games 15 years ago. These games allow supplicants to do anything, good or evil. As a result, everything that unfolds in the course of these games exists beyond control. What's more vague is what can winners do when they share the power of the elation. According to legends and historical records from Ahatopia, victors typically first witness the manifestation of Aha themselves. They listen to the victor's wishes and grant them permission to use their power. And the applications of this power seem to be boundlessly vast. When faced with countless choices, the situation becomes even more thorny than having no choice at all. Sometimes I wonder, if we had agreed to become the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance, how would this trip have turned out?
If I win, I'll give up sharing Aha's power and ask them to be the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
That's such a hilarious idea. I can totally picture it. I get it. That's actually a brilliant idea. To begin with, this is far more meaningful than taking up a god's authority and squandering it freely for a single minute. Secondly, placing an Eon on the righteous cause of opposing the universe's greatest threat is something neither the IPC nor the god itself could reasonably object to. Finally, this would also help us avoid the risk we currently face. Cooperating with the IPC while remaining wary of being drawn into its ambitions during the operation of the Anti-Destruction Alliance. If we handle the negotiations well, perhaps AHA could stand behind the Astral Express, just like our cooperation with the Xianzhou, where we could maintain distance from one another while offering support from afar. The only question is, will AHA agree?
Don't worry about that. From what I know about them, they'll agree. What kind of god of games would they be if they broke their own rules? Besides, they still owe the Express a debt. This is their IOU for the Express debt from when they were traveling with Akavili, complete with their signature and seal. Passenger, use this to blackmail them. That one will definitely give in to your demands. Probably.
So, you're saying you want AHA to take on the leadership of the Anti-Destruction Alliance? Logical extrapolation. Failed. Success rate indeterminable. This peculiar proposal nearly brought my thought process to a halt. This request is far too lacking in structure, yet within an irrational context, it seems to conceal a certain kind of logic. If the universe is the master of Elation's playground, then they should do something about this playground that's about to be destroyed. As expected of the Trailblazer, your thinking is so... out of the box. I've learned something today. However, I don't think you stand much of a chance in the games, because I've joined as a supplicant. Not a single rule in the Phantasmoon games requires supplicants to engage in combat, so there's no need for hostility between us.
A Planar Arcadia's administrator is a supplicant?
At the same time, she has at her disposal assets of staggering magnitude. Pearluxe Corp among them.
With money and power on her side, wouldn't her chances of success be way higher than ours?
As I previously proposed to Miss Himiko, I'm willing to cooperate with the Astral Express to ensure the smooth progression of the Phantasmoon games.
But the Astral Express isn't your only partner, is it?
I have 2 other allies. However, you all are my most promising ones. Once the Astral Express joins, it will maximize the safety and success of this Ionic game. And I will do everything in my power to fulfill my partner's wishes within that limited minute.
As we told you before, our strategy is to become a sail, advance and retreat together. The Astral Express is not a lone supplicant, since we have our own allies in the games.
An ally like Sparksy? It's true that you defeated her and took her mask, but given her typical decision-making style, Sparksy isn't exactly what you'd call a reliable ally. Hypothesis. The Sinwish Syndicate's missing mask. I thought it fell into the Cienjo's hands. Don't tell me. Yao Guang gave it to you guys?
That's right. 3 against 3. We're tied at the moment.
With this new variable in play, I'll have to adjust my extrapolations. But the conclusion seems unchanged. After all, as the administrator of this world, I have the natural advantage in resources.
An IPC senior executive, Plain Arcadia's administrator, a member of the 10 Stonehearts, joining the games personally. It certainly has an intimidating ring to it. But when you think about it, isn't this identity precisely the greatest burden Madame Pearl has to overcome?
He is right. Your identity is far too sensitive. You want to control these games and end it safely and quickly. But Plain Arcadia's citizens might not see it this way. All they see is the all-powerful IPC and an influential executive pulling all the strings. Your every action will be scrutinized twice over.
A sharp observation, I must say. Quite impressive.
But I do not believe you yourself would overlook this. Madame Pearl, what is it that you seek to obtain from the Phantasmoon games at any cost?
What I seek is a treasure lost to this world's history. I want to recreate Graphia's divine art of imagenesis.
Does that have something to do with painting?
Hard to believe, no? My birth originated from the theme assigned by the celestial differentiator of planet Scrulum: art. At first, I was nothing more than a machine that imitated human paintings. For an Intellitron, generating works of art is no great challenge. Day after day, I studied. Day after day, I exhausted every possibility. I could instantly analyze the proportional structure and pigment composition of any painting. I could precisely reproduce every pixel of Graphia's masterpieces. Yet I could not create as she did. Graphia's ultimate creation was establishing the world in canvas at the end of the Phantasmoon games. I want to understand her thoughts at that moment and touch the essence of creation.
Is this your personal pursuit? Or the IPC's demands on this world?
Both. The IPC's point of view is far more pragmatic. The world in canvas is a dimension that can shield us from the Antimatter Legion's warfare, and they've always been eager to master this technology.
Unfortunately, it seems we can't convince each other to back out for now.
Then, I have another proposal. Why don't we shift our perspective and turn our attention to those two supplicants who haven't surfaced yet. These two individuals' objectives are unclear, and their abilities remain a mystery. If left unchecked, we might see a repeat of the Herald of Death tragedy. I have a cooperation proposal that could help us gather intelligence on them, and I'm willing to share this piece of information with you all. That is correct. But all you need to do is sacrifice a tiny sliver of your reputation. Before we move on to the details of our cooperation, would you like to take a short break and have some tea to wet your whistles? Or shall we continue? I was thinking of having Pearluxe Corp host an expo for the Astral Express. As for the name, how about Star Rail Fest?
Star Rail Fest? You mean hosting a Fluffy Across the Blue convention?
Correct, but not entirely. The Fluffy is well known in this world, so it's a good collaboration element. But what I want is an unprecedented Astral Express exhibition, with the Fluffy being just a small part of it. The real stars of this grand event will be you, the Express crew. You'll be there in person to meet the people of this world.
Are you trying to use this exhibition to lure those two unidentified supplicants out of hiding?
Huh? What if they're up to no good? Won't that just make us walking targets?
There are many ways to take the lead afterward. I'm less concerned about the progress than about the unknown risks our plan might face. Together, we can create a miracle for all to witness in Arcadia devoted to the legends of heroes. I'll also get Full Wish TV and other mainstream media outlets involved for promotional cooperation. And in return, Wish power will flow to you. Of this, I have no doubt. A wise choice. Before the Star Rail Fest officially begins, I have one more favor to ask of you all. I'd like the Express crew to pay a visit to Blurry QR Colt, the original author of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Doesn't Pearluxe own the rights to the Fluffy?
Since their debut, this author has remained anonymous, never revealing their true identity in public. But if the real-life inspiration behind the story were to pay them a personal visit, it would surely be a great honor, and likely persuade them to attend a signing, stoking the excitement even further. Now that we've reached an agreement, I'll leave it in your capable hands. My secretary will be in touch to keep all parties apprised. By the way, before you leave, please accept this small gift as a memento of our first collaboration. I've studied in detail the records of my colleagues' interactions with partners in Penacony, and I was particularly inspired by Aventurine's technique of giving small gifts that symbolize good fortune. So please, keep this chip with you as a symbol of good fortune for our future cooperation. Take care, everyone.
Well, we'll be on our way then.
As your private detective, I must warn you that a grand exhibition of unprecedented scale would make for a perfect opportunity to reenact the blood-stained games.
I understand. That's why I have a mission for you. Protect the Nameless at Star Rail Fest.
You actually think they would need my protection with their strength? Don't tell me your extrapolations predict even bigger trouble ahead.
Hidden beneath each extrapolation, tiny signals of unease keep bubbling up to my thought interface. I must be thoroughly prepared for whatever may come. Now that you've taken up the mask, let's talk about payment. What do you want? The same as always? Money?
Before we talk about payment, let's discuss the Herald of Death. Although the Department of Aberration Defense sealed and destroyed all records of the Bloodstained Games, I still managed to uncover some unusual leads. After the Herald of Death incident, the victims' families collectively received compensation so massive it could fill any gaping wound. So, I figured, maybe we could find some leads by looking into official Plain Arcadia expenditures. But here's the interesting part. This item was nowhere to be found in that year's public financial report. Care to guess whose books this money went through? It was you, the omnipresent IPC. To be precise, it was the IPC's technology department that paid this astronomical compensation. Why would a lethal incident on some minor frontier planet cause IPC scientists to hemorrhage funding? Don't tell me they're moonlighting as philanthropists on top of their research work.
Following the usual human drama tropes, am I supposed to give you a round of applause now? Being able to dig up all this information really shows your connections and capabilities, Detective Ashvale.
In movies, a big shot like you would usually raise a hand right about now, revealing the dark muzzle of a gun. I'm afraid you've learned too much. And bang! That's when the gun goes off. And I, the poor sap who uncovered the truth, am supposed to bite the dust.
Sorry, my hand is on the checkbook and unavailable. Mr. Ashvale, tell me, how many zeros would you like to see on that check for our cooperation?
It's not about the money.
Indeed, money isn't the issue. 100 million credits.
Are you trying to buy me off like some poor victim's family? Tell me, why did the technology department pay to sweep this under the rug?
300 million? I know you've always needed money. For cryosleep, supporting the families of fallen comrades, and for treating those who survived. Isn't this exactly what strategic investment is about? Putting money in the hands of those who need it?
I'm not your lackey, Intellitron. Tell me the answer.
500 million? I could pretend there's a glitch in my calculation process and make it a cool billion for you. Money or answer? Your call.
I want the answer.
Oh, an unexpected choice. It defies my usual understanding of your decision tree. Note, I say this without sarcasm or ridicule. The answer is, I don't know much. Hard to believe, perhaps. But as CEO, my power isn't unlimited. Besides, the Herald of Death affair lies 15 years in the past. This world is like an unfinished game of chess that's been dragging on for years. The hidden moves laid by the previous player keep becoming my challenges. Even today.
But since you've invited me to finish this game together, sharing intel is a must.
Reasonable. I'll share what I know about the answer. Marcus Antali, the Herald of Death, last member of the Intelligentsia Guild School of Evolutionary Perfection. 5 years ago, his identity was confirmed, and he was executed. Note, executed in every sense of the word. Miss Yabali, head of the technology department, took possession of his belongings, and even I don't have the clearance to access those records.
No wonder. So, that guy was practically IPC personnel, give or take. That also explains why the technology department shelled out the compensation. Yet, the method behind this latest killing is identical to the one from years ago. If the Herald of Death is truly dead...
A serial killer coming back from the dead is the least of our worries. Even if a serial killer does come back to life, he's still just a serial killer who's been shut out of the Ionic game. What's more concerning is this. Someone wants to exploit the legacy of the Herald of Death. Misyabali took away everything that man left behind, except for the fear he instilled in the people of this world. And during the Phantasmoon Games, not only can miracles trigger wish power, but fear too. Based on my extrapolations, the appearance of this new Herald of Death might mark the beginning of the festival spiraling out of control.
No wonder you're in such a hurry to end the games.
Mr. Ashvale, I've always respected you. But right now, I need to rely on your strength even more.
Respect. When I was younger, what I really wanted was to make the IPC fear me. The passage of time's not exactly kind, is it? Deal, Madam Pearl. But I will require one more form of compensation. Whoever this new Herald of Death is, I must deliver justice with my own hands. This time, there won't be any lengthy interrogation.
By the authority vested in me as CEO of Plain Arcadia, I pardon all crimes committed in the course of your revenge. Go ahead and do what you must, Mr. Ashvale.
My friend, I don't blame you, but I'm done being a breathing dead weight. So do me a favor and pay me back for that drink with this bullet.
Just do it, you coward! Let me die as a Galaxy Ranger before I turn into a monster of abundance!
Bana, shoot me. I beg you.
Thy Skybow above. May you have a pleasant dream.
Not knowing who you are, not knowing why you exist here, that isn't life. In ancient times, humanity's daily goal was to obtain 2,000 calories of food. Humans back then knew they were just one member of the animal kingdom. They understood why they migrated, hunted, gathered. But now, in an era where you can get food delivered to your door with just a tap of your finger, effortlessly achieving that 2,000 calorie goal, humanity has lost its way like never before. Tell me, will the Phantasmoon Games bring a new direction to this world, Ashvale?
What's wrong with getting food with just the tap of your finger? Don't tell me you want to go back to the days when everyone was starving and at the mercy of the harvest? 2,000 calories are pointless, but just for survival. It's the goals beyond 2,000 calories that define humanity. And the Phantasmoon Games holds up a mirror to humanity, allowing them to see their truest selves. I'm just a detective. Ask me such a profound question again next time, and I'll charge extra.
My apologies. I just heard you joined the Phantasmoon Games, and couldn't resist asking for your thoughts. You've met Madame Pearl, huh?
She dumped this hot potato of the Herald of Death on me.
On us. Judging by your expression, it seems less like a hot potato and more like a sweet fruit.
Because I have a lead now. I think the key lies in the word copycat. To prevent copycats, you kept the Herald of Death's modus operandi from 15 years ago under wraps. Which means...
There's only a few people who could reproduce this killing method with such precision. The investigators from the Security Bureau and the Department of Aberration Defense at the time, and those directly involved in the Herald of Death case.
Detective Kuchiba, I've heard that you've devoted considerable time to researching the crimes from the Phantasmoon games.
So, I'm the prime suspect now. Is that it?
Just a bit of minor deduction. After all, murderers always love to return to the scene of the crime. Isn't it coincidental that you happen to be standing right before my eyes?
That's not deduction. It's a conjecture at best. As for investigating those two categories of suspects, we've been doing that for a long time already. It's been 15 years. The relevant people and the victims' families have all gone their separate ways. Tracking them down now won't be easy.
Yeah. After losing their loved ones in such a cruel way, their hearts were shattered. Many couldn't bear to stay in Dovebrook District and chose to move away. I remember seeing that in the case files you sent me. And they even formed a mutual aid society for the victims.
I wonder, after all these years, have they managed to heal the wounds in their hearts?
Maybe they have. After all, they go by a new name now. The Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Ah, you mean that charity with the slogan, Healing Smiles, Healing Arcadias?
Before he died, Kostad mentioned that group to me. He said quite a few young people in the gang left without looking back, just to join them. So I thought, maybe we should start by looking into their rivals.
The Research Society of Happy Smiles, huh? A charity that helps people escape their pain and find happiness, offering free counseling, medical care, all of that good stuff. Sounds like they've turned over a new leaf. How could you call them rivals to the underworld?
I dug a little deeper into them, and found something interesting.
You mean your monkey dug up something interesting, right?
Okay. Mr. N dug up something interesting. Have you heard the name of the sponsor behind the Research Society? Her name's Fullwish.
That name rings a bell. Wait, isn't she the boss of Fullwish TV? I think she was one of the survivors of Graphia Academy too. This is getting a little too coincidental. Just like every case you've accidentally cracked before. Mr. Ashvale, should I compliment your keen instincts or your incredible luck?
Luck's a part of a detective's toolkit, too. Anyway, whether Fullwish is guilty or not, we won't know until we look into her. That's why I asked you here.
Dovebrook District New Life Project. Public Recruitment and Mental Healing Seminar at the Research Society of Happy Smiles. And she's the speaker? Holding a seminar at a place meant to bury past trauma. The very site of 2 bloody incidents. Miss Fullwish's audacity is certainly impossible to ignore.
So what are we waiting for? It's time to drag Dovebrook District's old skeletons out into the light.
Are you talking? Yeah, I'm almost there.
I want more happiness.
This place is buzzing. Are they all here waiting for Full Wish to grant their wishes?
A rich person like Full Wish can make most people's wildest dreams come true with the snap of her fingers. I'm less curious about who she'll help than what she wants for herself.
If money could really accomplish everything, the IPC wouldn't be eyeing this world. My bet... I'm sure that Full Wish wishes the tragedy 15 years ago never happened. Erasing history. Can the laughter really pull it off?
In past victory records, there have been countless and often bizarre instances where the victor used the elation's authority to change reality. You have to understand, the Phantasmoon Games isn't just some wish-granting lamp. What makes it irresistible is that it turns the one who wishes into the genie.
That's quite alluring. Have you heard about the noblest worm Aha made godlike? It became the happiest creature in existence. Happy enough to burst apart, leaving no intact body behind.
Your knowledge of these unofficial records is enough to rival ours. Since you see things so clearly, Mr. Ashvale, why sign up for the games?
Miss Kochiba, is that a rhetorical question? Or are you fishing for a confession?
Fishing? Don't be afraid. Now that you're a supplicant, public officials like me no longer have any authority over you. I'm guessing what you want goes beyond a straightforward act of revenge, beyond a vigilante execution carried out in public. If you were only out to avenge friends, with or without the Phantasmoon Games, someone like you would toss laws and decorum aside and do what needs to be done. So tell me, Mr. Ashvale, what do you actually hope to get from the games?
Consider it a mystery. If I make it to the end, you'll know the answer before Aha does.
Well then, I'd be honored. Just don't let your wish ruin our lives here.
Daily life here fits like a tailored prison uniform. Wear it too long and you forget what your bones should feel like. Ugh. It's time to break free. Look at these prisoners of routine before us. Full Wish hasn't shown up yet. Let's talk with the members of the Research Society. Maybe we can coax something useful out of them.
I got called into another chat with the boss today. Never thought he'd care about me this much. Everyone is smiling at me. The office feels downright cheerful. These days, I go home, change my baby boy's diaper, help my daughter with her homework, prepare tomorrow's lunch, and clean up the house. It's hard to describe how satisfying that feels. When Emma left me, you must have left the kids to me for my own happiness. When I look back, I realize I was someone who had it good, and I never understood how lucky I was.
Right? All thanks to Miss Foolish. Yesterday, during my tumor removal, the anesthesia wore off halfway through. I squinted and watched the doctors pull all kinds of things out of my stomach. There was this lump still twitching when they cut it out. I used to be too weak to even get out of bed. But after the Society's treatment, I am almost ready to walk out of the hospital.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, I kinda wanna see someone slice me open too. It should be fun.
Hey, did you two hear about the Sinwish Syndicate?
You've come to the right person. My neighbor got a visit from their debt collectors. You should have heard the racket. I saw the news too. Those parasites who ruined the peace, who kept people from being happy. Gone! Wiped clean! Oh, praise Aha! Wait, they extorted you too?
Something like that. Still owed their underboss tens of thousands of credits.
So your debt's wiped clean. Oh, must feel pretty great, huh?
Oh, we meet again. Hey, Lady Megatron. How have you been?
Good. Since I joined the Research Society, I've made so many new friends. In the past, I struggled with mobility. I always had to work 3 or 4 times harder than the other Megatrons, just to keep up. A lot of Imagine think factory-made types like me don't count as their own. And humans look at us and see soulless machines. If every sentient being has a home, then even the scrapyard is closed to me. I'm not even considered recyclable waste. But here, in the society, no one cares what I am or what I can do. They just see me as a normal person.
Congrats! You found your home.
Aha said the same. They and everyone here are my family.
Aha talks to you.
Of course! You mean you can't hear them? Guess you're not happy enough yet.
Don't worry. Once you join the society, you will. No pain, no tears, just pure joy. The society makes everyone happy.
Looks like it's about time. If the star of the show doesn't show up soon, the crowd's gonna burst with anticipation.
Everyone, please make some room for Miss Fullwish.
By the Master of Elation, may they bless all souls and grant them smiles. Are you all happy today?
Very happy!
Thank you for your smiles. They're like lamps in the dark. So precious. But before we celebrate the elation, let me share a memory drenched in tears. It once dragged me into the abyss. Yet, it also taught me what the elation really means. As you all know, 15 years ago, during the Phantasmoon Games, the shadow cast by the Herald of Death swallowed this place whole. That day, I lost my parents, my classmates, and the others. The morning greetings, the little daily chatter, all went silent under that crimson dusk. After that, for a very, very long time, all that remained of my world, a door shut tight, a room steeped in silence, and a wound in my heart that would never heal. Just hearing the words, Herald of Death, made me shake uncontrollably. I even once thought the only escape was to follow the dead and leave with them. Back then, I was just an empty shell, breathing, beating, but lifeless inside. And just as my soul was about to fade away, an old lady from the Mutual Aid Society knocked on my door. She didn't offer empty words of comfort. She just looked me in the eyes and asked, "Child, would you try stepping outside this door? Out there are many people broken by pain, just like you. But together, we can start picking up the pieces, one by one." She smiled at me. A warm, gentle smile. And in that smile, I felt the Master of Elation grant me a reason to live. At the Mutual Aid Society, I saw countless souls scarred by fate. Some bore wounds beyond healing, and some had lost their loved ones. Each of us bore a different wound, but every wound cut deep. And yet, what truly moved me wasn't the pain. It was how, beneath those scars, they still reached out to one another, offering a smile to a child who'd stopped crying, lending a guiding hand to someone lost. They taught me something precious. Pain can destroy a person, but the wish to bring elation to others can spark the fire of rebirth. That was when Aha's voice echoed again in the silence of my heart. The smiles passed from one another through mutual aid is Aha's most precious blessing. It does not belong only in the small room of a support group. It yearns to illuminate hearts lost in darkness. Each time we share a true smile, it's as if we hear Aha's voice. And when that voice rings out, all suffering fades, all pain is healed, and everyone knows what true happiness feels like. That's why the Research Society of Happy Smiles was founded. I will share this divine smile with all of you.
No more sorrow!
Everyone, I have questions for you. When was the last time you truly smiled? How long has it been since you felt happy from the bottom of your heart? Minato, do you ever feel like your days are looping endlessly, like an old silent film, repeating until it suffocates you? And when you realize that loop might never end, does despair flood in like the tide?
You're right.
Miss Bellwoods, you left school full of dreams, only to have your resume rejected again and again. You told your parents you were busy in Seafeld City, hiding your heartbreaking loneliness behind that lie.
Please, help me.
And Taija, Did the cold exclusion at school and the indifference of the adults who should have cared build a wall around your heart? One that made you afraid to open yourself up to the world again?
Yes.
When we were born, no one had to teach us how to smile. But who would have thought that one day, even smiling would become so hard? Once, our world was blessed by Aha's grace. A gentle world in canvas, painted in elation. For centuries, humans and Imaginaes lived freely together in that eternal haven. Until the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation violently tore us away from that sanctuary. They brought us their so-called inter-astral civilization, imposed their so-called standards of happiness, and told us that life's ultimate joy lies in self-focus, self-indulgence, and self-satisfaction. They flooded us with dazzling material desires, blinding our hearts. They fed arrogance and prejudice into our minds through the network, making us chase pleasure for ourselves and forget that true elation is found when we smile together. Wish power has turned into fuel. Credits jingle where heartfelt laughter used to ring. We drown in anxiety, competition, and an endless sense of not being enough. And in all that noise, we can no longer hear Aha's gentle voice. Elation, the truest light of life itself, is being eaten away and replaced by the external.
You said it. I work myself to death for scraps, and my boss doesn't even notice. And those useless loudmouths online. They do nothing with their lives, yet constantly judge everyone else.
The IPC is nothing but a nest of vampires! They're feeding off of us!
Miss Flowers, please help us how to be happy!
Look around you. This land was once blessed by the master of elation. And yet now, it's overflowing with misery. Everyone's chasing their own happiness, but in doing so, they wound others without even noticing. Do you remember the moment I found happiness again? It was when someone who was suffering just as I was, smiled at me. Even through their pain, they gave me that smile. A smile filled with blessings. That smile saved my life. So listen well. Only by opening your heart and sharing your smile with another can you truly grasp what happiness means. It isn't just giving a smile. It's embracing the power that Aha bestowed upon us to smile. Join the Research Society of Happy Smiles. I'll help you rediscover the smile buried within yourself, and Aha will grant your life a transformation. Our mission doesn't end with finding our own smiles. We must bring them to the world and spread true happiness across all existence. While others pray to the eons for their own desires, we, the true followers of Aha, carry a higher calling to fulfill their wish.
To fulfill Aha's wish?
Yes. To still every cry of sorrow. To wipe away every bitter tear. We will build, no, rebuild A world where smiles never fade, and elation never dies.
Eternal happiness! Eternal laughter!
The speech is over. What's your take, Detective?
She's so far gone, it's hard to make sense of it.
Then let's not overthink it. Let's talk to her directly.
Combos across the board.
Miss Fullwish, I'm Kuchiba from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'd like to have a chat with you.
Ah, I see. You're here about the Sinwish Syndicate case, aren't you?
So, you were expecting us.
Oh, I heard the news. The entire Sinwish Syndicate massacred in Dovebrook District. Ah, such a cursed place. They may not have been saints, but I still pray for them. May their souls rest in peace.
Oh. How merciful of you. Though, rumor has it the Research Society of Happy Smiles had a few run-ins with them. Regarding recruitment, donations, turf. Sounds like plenty of reasons for conflict, don't you think?
Are you suggesting we had the Sinwish Syndicate killed? For conflicted interests?
Wait, that's not what I said.
You know nothing about our finances. Every expense is covered by a charitable foundation established with the compensation from 15 years ago. We don't need a single cent from our members. When I heard about this tragedy, I personally allocated relief money for the victims' families to keep order and peace in Dovebrook. Tell me, Miss Kuchiba, someone copied the Herald of Death and slaughtered dozens. What will your Department of Aberration Defense do this time?
We never released that detail. How do you know someone's imitating the Herald of Death?
Isn't that what you've been waiting for? For the killer to slip up so you can swoop in and tie everything up nicely? 15 years have passed. You don't seriously believe we're still living in an age where information can be sealed off at will, do you? From the very day the murders occurred, the news has long since spread online. The Sinwish Syndicate paid a fortune for some ancient mask, and the next thing you know, they're all dead. The scene painted red with traces of the bloody bloom.
Please pay no attention to baseless rumors.
Rumors? And yet you're here. That alone proves one thing. The rumors are true. And the new Herald of Death really does exist. Otherwise, why do you suspect me? Only someone who knows the original case could recreate it so perfectly, right? Everyone! You heard our conversation, didn't you? The Herald of Death has returned. He's here, in Dovebrook. He's slain the entire Sinwish Syndicate. He's back to relive the carnage of the Phantasmoon Games.
Oh, the Herald of Death? Didn't the officials declare him executed? How has he appeared again?
He's immortal? A demon? He's back for revenge! He'll take revenge on everyone. We're doomed!
Aren't gang members the very people who steal smiles from others? And isn't the best way to make bad people happy to erase them from the world? Wouldn't that be doing something good?
Yeah, Sister Mechatron is right. Those thugs deserved it.
Back from the dead? Lies! The IPC kept him alive to wield him as their weapon.
You useless officials! 15 years ago, you failed and let him get away! And that's why he's back again now!
Everyone, there's no need to panic. Remember who you are. You are those who live beneath Aha's brilliance, who have claimed happiness and cast off the shackles of suffering. Once the Herald of Death fed on our fear and tears, that was the source of his power. Look at the smiles on the faces of those around you. There is no fear left in our hearts, no tears left in our eyes. All that remains is resolve, happiness, and faith in the elation. The Research Society of Happy Smiles will protect this world. Etch this into your hearts. The happy do not die, for even death cannot touch a heart filled with happiness.
What's going on? There's something very wrong about this woman.
Yes, as long as we're happy enough, there's nothing to fear. We won't die. Happiness is our weapon. Happiness will destroy the Herald of Death. Happiness will save this world. Operation Spread Happiness. Let happiness infect everyone and spread to every corner of the sky. Make the Phantasmoon smile. Make Lord Aha laugh until they cry for us. Infect the Phantasmoon with happiness. Happiness with happiness.
Silence!
My apologies, officers. I can't provide anything useful for now, but rest assured, I'll cooperate with any investigation from the Department of Aberration Defense or the Security Bureau. And of course, I'll fulfill my civic duty. Whether it's the newly emerged Herald of Death or the various upheavals surrounding the Phantasmoon Games, the Research Society of Happy Smiles will handle them appropriately. What we protect is the future and the smiles of plain Arcadia. Or perhaps, after all this, you too have felt that yearning within your hearts. Would you like to join us to embrace eternal happiness?
I'll pass. But I've got a feeling we'll meet again.
Miss Fullwish, thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully, next time we meet, it won't be like this.
May the Master of Elation watch over all and bless you with their everlasting smile.
Let go of your obsession. Let go of the shadow in your arms. Let go of that false sense of responsibility. You're the one who should be dead, aren't you? Come, join your brothers. Let the gears grind to a halt. Let the hands fall still and end that life of yours that was never meant to be.
Sorry. That day will come. But for now, there are more important things I must do.
What did you say?
Nothing. Never mind. Looks like Fullwish is a much slyer fish than expected. The bait was there. But she ignored it. And instead, she stirred up a whirlpool.
Quite the opposite, actually. Not only did she take our bait, but she also flat out told us she couldn't care less about the hook.
Was there something I missed?
The bloody bloom mark from the Sinwish Syndicate massacre. How did she know that detail? When we specifically obfuscated it with special mark, even in our internal reports. She broadcasted this information word for word, and even used it to stir up public sentiment, scattering it across the place like tossing blood-soaked feed into a fish pond. Now stopping the rumors from spreading will be even harder.
Well, maybe she has her connections, or maybe she made a lucky guess as one of the victims. Regardless, she's right about one thing. Trying to stop something from spreading today sure is a lot more difficult than 15 years ago.
So, Mr. Ashvale, did your lucky radar start blaring when it came to Fullwish?
There is something very wrong about that woman. You saw the way she played the crowd, huh? I guarantee you that it had nothing to do with her public speaking skills. She could very well be a supplicant in disguise. Still, this whole run has been smooth to an unbelievable degree. We got our bearings in no time at all. So, let's keep our prized fish in the pond for now. Fullwish is not going anywhere.
You're right. It's too risky to make a direct move against a well-respected philanthropist and media tycoon. Maybe we should start with the people around her.
There were people from all walks of life at the gathering just now. Workers, suits, students, the elderly, and even mechatrons. Judging by their crazed enthusiasm, I highly doubt they'd be willing to testify against Fullwish. But I have my ways.
Mr. Ashvale, coercive interrogation is strictly against the rules. Please refrain from doing it somewhere I can't...
Don't get the wrong idea. I meant an old friend that I spotted at the gathering. By the way, ever watch Daybreak Squadron? It's on Sunday nights at 8.
I thought you weren't a TV person.
Not me. Mr. N. He watches it.
Your monkey is quite the child at heart.
Anyway, come on. Let's go get an autograph from our heroic film star.
Time to get to work, Detective. Is that him?
Shh. Don't interrupt.
Promoted again? Is that good or bad?
What? You lost him?
Not even close.
Hey, why are you two following me?
Oh, we're just two grown-up fans of the Daybreak Squadron trying to get an autograph from Big Brother Magnus.
Mr. Ashvale, don't prank me like that. You really scared me.
Really? Cinderborn, the peacekeeper of our city, vanquisher of evil fiends, is scared of his own fans? Long time no see, Magnus.
You're not here for autographs, are you? I saw you two at the gathering. I don't understand. Why are you investigating Miss Fullwish? She's been nothing but a kind, lawful person who spreads happiness to others.
You heard about what happened with Sinwish Syndicate, I assume.
Then, was Miss Fullwish telling the truth?
The perpetrator left the same signature as the Herald of Death did 15 years ago.
So, did that monster really kill Mr. Polwave and Costide? 15 years and he's back? This demon? How many more lives must he take?
Mr. Magnus, you're one of the survivors of the incident, right?
Yes. That monster took my parents that day. But what's the Sinwish Syndicate case got to do with Miss Fullwish?
Because that Herald of Death was executed 15 years ago. That's for certain. The Sinwish Syndicate case, on the other hand, has copycat written all over it. And Fullwish is a suspect.
So, just because we're survivors, we automatically become suspects? What? Are you gonna interrogate me too?
If that's what you want, Miss Kuchiba can arrange for it later. For now, I just want to ask you a few questions about the Smiles Society.
It doesn't matter if you have a few or 100 questions. I have nothing to say to you. 15 years ago, I was left all alone in this world. The so-called relatives closed in like a pack of hyenas, their eyes fixed solely on the compensation smeared with my parents' blood. Abuse, deception,
expulsion to them. I was nothing more than a walking money bag, an eyesore, a jinx. It was the society that gave me the chance to live the life I have now.
What about the Sinwish Syndicate then? If I recall correctly, they took care of you once. Old Polwave helped you deal with those relatives.
Listen, Mr. Ashvale, the debt I owe the Sinwish Syndicate will be paid. I will avenge them as a member of the Smile Society, as well as the Daybreak Squadron. I'll rip the Herald of Death out from the shadows in their name and see justice served. That is my duty.
You're in over your head. The new Herald of Death is very dangerous. I doubt a handful of actors like you can achieve anything substantial.
You think we're just a couple of kids playing superheroes with masks, right? Well, you're wrong. My squad mates and I aren't the easy pushovers we used to be, Mr. Ashvale. I haven't had my transformation surgery yet, but I can already power a Mechatron warrior in battle. We are real heroes here.
Boys, let's stay on topic, shall we? I just wanted to have a few words about the society.
I have nothing to say to you either, Miss Kuchiba. Neither of you are getting a word out of me on this.
Well done, Magnus. Your loyalty to the Smile Society warms our hearts.
You're following me?
Not by choice. These IPC dogs made it clear that they intend to frame Miss Foolish. Oh, we're not going to just let this slide.
Would you look at that? The hunters become the hunted.
What does it matter? If someone's looking for a beating, we'll gladly give it to them.
You have 5 minutes for questioning. So make it count, Mr. Ashvale. They're all yours.
Never expected my first miracle as a supplicant to be teaching thugs. I mean lawful citizens, a lesson on the streets. Let's get this over with then. And if you want to join them too, Magnus, be my guest. Fair warning. I'm out of practice. If you get hurt, it's your problem.
Your fists don't hurt at all! Mr. Ashvale, stop! I'm sorry, Mr. Ashvale. I have to stop you. Hooray, Cinderborn! The bringer!
It hurts a little, but I'm happy.
There's something seriously wrong with you all.
Enough! Are you really going to kill them?
What's the matter, defender of the city? Are you scared? This is the real Phantasmoon Games, Magnus. This is the bloody truth under the mask of the Elations game. 15 years ago, at dusk in this city, the Herald of Death tore people apart, one by one. Did he ever stop to ask even once, is it enough? I know you want to make something out of yourself, like the trailblazer of the Astral Express, and I know you want to catch the new Herald of Death and crush him like a bug, using the same methods he used against the Sinwish Syndicate. But here's the deal. It's not your duty. And the Eonic game sure isn't a TV show where you get to play the hero and save the day. You mentioned a conversion surgery earlier. Are you saying that all society members underwent some kind of unknown modification? That figures. I was wondering why these people looked like they felt no pain at all. Humming along merrily even as they bled. Does this have anything to do with the surgery? Nothing to say? Fine by me. 3 minutes left. That's long enough for me to question them. Time to hurry and get some answers from these people while they're still on the ground. Hey, lackey! Wake up!
Pain should not exist.
Smile. Please smile.
The laughter. Don't let it stop.
Those who suffer shouldn't exist.
What the heck happened to these people?
This is... the small procedure that official members receive. They call it the happiness surgery. With a prick of the needle, no more than a mosquito's bite. The doctor puts this small thing inside your eyelids, even smaller than a synesthesia beacon, and more convenient. People who have had the surgery say that it soothes all your pain and suffering, past or present. Even your body becomes stronger, and your mind clearer and more focused. A state where you can truly receive happiness.
So, you haven't had this happiness surgery yet, right?
I'm not ready yet. I've been thinking it over. But the rest of the squadron had it, and they've all become happier. They say it's the necessary step to becoming a true superhero that safeguards everyone else's happiness. If I don't do it, then do I still deserve the name Cinderborn? Mr. Ashvale? What should I do?
The surgery won't make you stronger, nor will it help you get your revenge. These guys on the floor are proof enough. Remember the hesitation and fear you feel in this moment, Magnus. If people simply erase their perception of fear and pain instead of overcoming them, then those people will never find true strength. Go now. I have some cleaning up to do.
So, did you, pry the answers you were looking for out of them?
These people have all been processed by the Smiles Society. Heck, who knows what method they used. It completely neutralized their ability to feel suffering and despair and gave them bodies like steel, incapable of feeling pain. Say, is this the kind of treatment that the Medical Ethics Committee would approve?
As if. I doubt they even bothered to submit an application.
Which means Full Wish has far more dirty laundry than we initially expected. The idea was to find the Herald of Death with the leads we had. But here we are, going deeper down an increasingly scarier rabbit hole.
Judging by their voices, these followers don't seem to have any ill intentions. In fact, they sound a lot more humane than most humans. If all this has nothing to do with the Herald of Death, then it matters little to our investigation. After all, how they pursue happiness is their own choice. Wouldn't you agree?
Are you serious, Kojiba?
It's only human instinct to avoid pain, right? Such avoidance doesn't go against the laws of nature, nor does it legally constitute a crime when the party involved was a voluntary participant.
Not a crime. Well, my instinct right now is telling me that this definitely has something to do with the Herald of Death.
Unfortunately, Mr. Ashvale, we need evidence to solve a case.
I'm here to follow my senses and dig up whatever's at the bottom of this. As for evidence, that's your headache. Besides, I don't think we need to turn over every stone to figure it out. If the new Herald of Death and Full Wish are connected, we'll be seeing another move soon enough. If I were her, I'd choose the brightest stage possible so this weapon could spread maximum panic.
You mean the Star Rail Fest? Madame Pearl promised that top-level security would be deployed during the fest, as well as a contingency plan, robust enough to quell any crisis.
And you are staring right at him.
According to Sunday, the crow should lead me to Blade's whereabouts. Since it stopped here, that means...
I wasn't even looking for you. Yet here you are, throwing yourself into the fray. Consider me surprised.
We haven't even settled the score over the mask you stole from the Sinwish Syndicate. And now you're skulking around and following us? What's your deal?
What do you, or should I say, all of you, want?
General Yao Guang of Yu Chui has come to this world and is looking for you. Dragons clash in the wilderness, their ichor dark and yellow. In her divination, you will become a slave to your own violence, bringing a catastrophic end to all. I am in that future as well. The only violence within you that comes to my mind is Shuhu. The emanator of abundance who resurrected time and time again. The monster who turned planets into living beings and merged billions of people into flesh spheres. The Xianzhou fears that he is using your body to resurrect himself.
So, what's your plan? Kill me again.
Oh my. Things are getting a little heated. Should I get you both slushies?
Thank you.
I'll pass.
While General Yao Guang's divination may foretell a death battle between us, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the only interpretation. My experiences on the Express have shown me time and time again that even fates set in stone aren't entirely immovable. I have no intention of getting into a quarrel with you, but I need to make sure that the presence of the Stellaron hunters won't endanger my companions or the future of this planet. Thus, I must know your purpose here, Blade. What has Destiny's Slave written in your script?
He stated this trip would be connected to death.
Should I congratulate you?
Much obliged. In my experience, it's best not to get your hopes up too soon. Prophecies rarely unfold the way you expect. However, the General's divination isn't entirely baseless. Ever since my arrival here, I have been feeling restless. There's another power here beckoning me.
Is there another form of abundance in the world besides you?
Perhaps there is more than one.
Are you referring to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Or the Elixir Seekers?
Something far more dangerous.
Do they have support from other factions?
Unclear.
Everything settles, just like you did in the past. That's as far as I'll go.
Did you two just agree to some weird collaboration before me?
I'll leave that matter in your hands, Silverwolf.
I don't get it. That good-for-nothing detective didn't even blink an eye before selling us out to Pearl. And you still plan on working with him?
There are things only he can get done.
Hey, you two! Why the long faces? On land blessed by the Master of Elation, frowning is bad manners. Come on, smile! Whether you're hungry or full, poor or rich, the laughter is with you. Would you be interested in learning about our Research Society of Happy Smiles?
Thank you, but I'll pass. Another one. How many people have been talking to us about happiness today?
Well, 6, exactly. Locals say ever since the Sinwish Syndicate case, this Research Society of Happy Smiles has exploded in size.
That gang's fall left a power vacuum, and the Research Society of Happy Smiles filled it like a fast-growing fungus. Even those who were once resistant or indifferent got swept up in it.
I think I'm starting to get a better picture now. Is this, by any chance, tied to what you're preparing to do in the Phantasmoon games?
Not only me. It might also be tied to the ominous fate General Yao Guang warned about. The one looming over this world. A few days ago, when I used the tuning power to help her intervene at SparksyCon, I caught a strange sound echoing in people's minds.
A strange sound?
Yes. Cheerful, happy laughter echoing in their heads.
Oh, without those gangsters, this street's much cleaner now.
The so-called voice of Aha those society recruiters claim to hear? Could the Joy Seeker truly be so passionate about universal redemption?
Whatever that is, it's not Aha's laughter. From the moment I set foot on this street, I've been using my tuning ability to sense the residents' minds. Miss Tingyun, allow me to correct you. Those connected to the Research Society of Happy Smiles number not 6, but 42. Each of them carries the same sound. Identical laughter, looping endlessly like a broken record.
Mind control? Or something worse?
Are you trying to say that this is tied to the Harmony?
My apologies. I dare not make such wild assumptions.
No, this isn't the work of any tuner. It feels like a barrier, born from the human mind itself, to numb the unbearable pain it cannot endure. Like a worn-out tape recorder hidden deep in the subconscious, repeating the same thing over and over. I am happy. I am happy.
So, whose divine handiwork is this supposed to be now?
Wherever this laughter comes from, causing so many people to self-deceive in perfect unison while enduring pain is well beyond the capabilities of a mere charitable group. Beneath these calm waters, the undercurrents are far more turbulent than anyone imagines.
The bad news just keeps coming. Dan Heng's gone off on his own, and Madame Yao's completely vanished. Can you still sense her?
The bird I entrusted to General Yao Guang has seemingly gone silent. I can't share its vision anymore. I can't even feel her thoughts through it. But I know it hasn't faded. That means she's still in this world somewhere.
Let's pray she returns soon, with some news to pierce through all this fog. Otherwise, this Arcadia built on happiness will crumble fast and fall into the abyss.
Blurry QR cult. That's an unusual name.
Why would the author of Fluffy Across the Blue have such a pen name? You're taking it a bit too literally. But it's not impossible. Someone who can draw something that cute must have a warm, gentle heart. I heard the Fluffy's been running for half a year in a magazine. At first, it wasn't very popular in Plain Arcadia. But after that Memory Bubble movie, a Holy Grail Stay Night, old Odie produced, became a massive hit. The Astral Express's adventure stories spread far and wide, and the Fluffy started gaining popularity. Now the latest chapter, The Sacred Flames Return, Amphorius's creation, is sold out everywhere. This cult sure knows a lot about our journey. Must be a galactic fan of the Express crew. Royalties? You're being way too practical. It's a comic where we're the protagonists. Someone's giving us free publicity. Can't you cut them a little slack? According to the address the Pearluxe employee gave us, it looks like we've arrived at a familiar place.
For such a small place, Dovebrook District is really full of hidden talents.
Turn left at the first intersection, then turn right, go straight for 200 meters. Wait, this is... the Furbobo Weekly newspaper? Oh, don't tell me the author of the Fluffy is actually a Furbo. No wonder he rarely shows his face. Come on, let's go upstairs.
The Research Society of Happy Smiles.
The Fluffy goes puff, puff, puff. Pom-poms for extra...
Please come in. Let me guess.
Your next line is, "Why are you here?" What's the problem? I'm the magazine's founder, its president, and its editor-in-chief. It's only logical that I'd be sitting here.
A million? President Pearluxe has already been behind on behind on everyone's wages for months. If it weren't for the money, who'd risk their neck being a tabloid journalist, sneaking photos of the bigwigs on the Astral Express? A boss who doesn't pay wages has no right to sit here. They belong in the underworld.
Idiots. Without me, you'd all have been locked up in some Department of Aberration Defense painting prison long ago. And you still have the gall to demand wages from your savior. Have you ever heard of the sensational serial thief case, Phantom Furbomorph? It happened in the year 1996 at the Arcadian calendar.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have talked back. I'm sorry for being born a Virgo.
Beep boop. Even if you've got dirt on us, making us work for free is way too ridiculous.
We've had enough. We've overthrown the boss. We've got a new president now. Please, stand up for us.
Welcome, traveler. Furbo Hot Pot requires a reservation. Rumors are 10,000 credits apiece, and if you're looking to hire a hitman, just head right down the hall to the storeroom. Oh, or maybe you came to meet the brilliant, charming, and universally adored blurry QR cult. Well then, truth be told, that person is actually... Who could it be?
Even more non-existent memories. What are you even talking about?
Once you rule out all the wrong answers, only one truth remains. The only one here who can actually draw is you, Pearluxe. Your blurry QR cult.
You saw right through me. As a reward for seeing through my disguise, how about an autograph or a photo? Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Pearluxe. You can also call me by my pen name, Blurry QR Cult.
Aw, no wonder you were tagging along back at Pearluxe Tower, acting like you knew us so well. Wait... This blurry QR cult persona isn't a fake, is it?
Identity is just a mask and a body. Real or fake, it's all in how you see it. At the very least, for now, there's no other blurry QR cult around who could show up at Star Rail Fest for a live signing and hype up the Astral Express, right?
So, you already know why we're here.
Just a little deduction, that's all. The news about Star Rail Fest is already everywhere online. Knowing how that perfectionist Madame Pearl operates, she's definitely... Naturally, having me step in was part of her plan.
If that's the case, will you...
That said, I'll have to Not to brag, but Fluffy Across the Blue is ridiculously popular in this world. If tickets weren't limited, the line would wrap around the planet twice and a half.
That's not a signing event, but a public execution, right?
Yeah, that does sound pretty horrifying.
So tell me, Miss Pearluxe, do you really have the right to refuse us? You've used the crew's likenesses and adventure experiences without permission. Surely you owe us some form of compensation.
Why are we talking about this all of a sudden?
Today, on behalf of the entire Astral Express crew, for your violation of our publicity rights, emotional damages, and lost wages, I hereby demand 1.6 billion credits!
How did you work that out?
Believe it or not, I don't have a single coin on me right now.
That's impossible! Just your royalties alone should have made you rich!
Due to, unknown circumstances, my luck with money hasn't been great. But I get what this is really about. You're not only after cash, are you? I'll show up at Star Rail Fest. Is that good enough for you?
Then it's settled. Thank you, Colt.
That said, I also hope the two of you, as the original inspirations, will take some time to familiarize yourselves with Fluffy Across the Blue before attending the exhibition, so you won't be caught off guard by fans' questions. Time to attend Miss Pearluxe's class. Please follow me. Miss Pearluxe's mini class is officially in session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time.
Miss Colt, why did you pick the Astral Express as the theme for your comic?
Well, I'm all about realism, but sadly, my previous works like Acheron's Godslay, Galaxy Ranger Saga, and dozens of others all got cancelled. If you hadn't beaten Iron Tomb and boosted its popularity, this one would have been cancelled too. Let's not ask sad questions, all right?
Sorry.
All right, pay attention. The cute little critter in the center of the image is Baseball Raccoon, the main character of Fluffy Across the Blue. Just recently, March Bunny and Woof Woof Dawn found him in a trash can. At that moment, a terrifying monster is causing havoc on the space station. It tries to spit fire at Baseball Raccoon, but the flames don't burn through the trash can. Instead, it sets the trash on fire, and the stench knocks the monster out.
Miss Colt, why is he the protagonist?
Readers today value immersion, and a character who has no memory of their past is, of course, the best choice.
I don't know anything about my past either, so why didn't you pick me?
Even though Little Raccoon joined the Express the latest,
He's left behind so many stories across different worlds that there are even rumors in the Lafu's prison about him beating up alien life forms. With material this crazy, not making it the main character? I might disagree, but Aha absolutely wouldn't.
Stick to being the baseball raccoon, okay? I don't need special treatment.
March, the Fluffy is just a comic. Outside of this, the author and the readers, every character in this world, aren't we all the protagonists of our own lives?
That sounds so passionate, Miss Cold. I totally get it now.
And so, the unruly baseball raccoon, the quiet woof woof Dawn, and the lively March Bunny formed a trio everyone loves.
Actually, I have a question too.
Ever since I got punched in the face by sales numbers, I've grasped a universal truth. In today's world, fluffy, cute animals are always a crowd pleaser.
Seriously? Even I feel like I can't compete with Pom Pom's cuteness.
Designing the adult versions took some work. After defeating the monster, Baseball Raccoon accepted an invitation from the other fluffy animals and boarded the Fluffy. Here, the protagonist meets 3 big animals with distinct personalities. First, the adorable and universally loved conductor, Pom Pom. Beside them is the elegant navigator, Miss Hime-Cat.
I know! That's Hime-Cat! Her original inspiration is Himeko. Oh, please don't tell her!
And the big brown dog on the other side, see? His name will shock you. That's right, he's...
Mr. Yang!
Just Mr. Yang.
Your taste in naming is indeed extraordinary.
Anyway, the 6 fluffy little creatures boarded the Fluffy Express and set off on their journey. As for the plot, it's pretty much the same as what you've all experienced, just with a bit of artistic tweaking to suit Plain Arcadia's audience. If you don't stitch in a few local elements, no one's going to be interested. In the comic world, which is even more cutthroat than the Phantasmoon games, if you don't cater to the reader's tastes, it's nearly impossible to survive. Once upon a time, great comic artists had the luxury of 100 chapters to build things up. Now, if you don't hook readers within 100 pages, you're done. Readers today are hard to please, and authors have to come up with ever more shocking and sensational material. Doesn't this remind you of the Phantasmoon games? Looks like you're all familiar with the characters from the Fluffy. Now, let me talk about some of the creative challenges I'm facing. what do you see on the fluffy stands?
It's him, turned into a cute little animal.
Yes, this is the character, and you're the inspiration behind him. But even for someone as interesting as you, there are many backstories that readers don't care about, don't want to know, or don't feel obliged to understand. A comic artist's job is to capture the most interesting parts and present them to the readers. The cute and clever one is March Bunny. The unruly but reliable one is Baseball Raccoon. This is what we call a concrete archetype paired with an abstract character. And the abstract side of a character will only be further simplified in the eyes of the readers. So, how do you think the readers across the universe view you, Nameless? Well said. Your heroic deeds and accomplishments drew my attention, and your demeanor gave me inspiration for the character in the Fluffy. But while the hero identity boosts the character's popularity, it also becomes a limitation. That's why the little animals in the Fluffy have to defeat even more powerful villains and keep upping the ante to get more applause from the audience. In turn, the reader's perceptions and expectations constrain the character's growth. If he acts out of line, the popularity will crash. If he can't come up with new ideas or grow stronger, the audience will soon lose interest in the comic. Unfortunately, the creation of Fluffy Across the Blue is now stuck at this very awkward bottleneck. Honestly, after drawing comics for so long, I've pretty much run out of ideas. Hundreds of Amber eras ago, people would laugh out loud just from seeing a cat do a backflip. Now, to get the same kind of enthusiastic reaction, you'd probably need to have that cat fight a Mechatron in a one-on-one showdown in Pearluxe Tower. Although the Fluffy specials are selling like crazy, doing side stories without progressing the main plot isn't a long-term solution. Ever since all the gossip memo keepers I hired got wiped out in Amphorius, my source of intel's been drying up fast. But if someone from the Astral Express could quietly feed me a few juicy insider secrets from the Phantasmoon games, imagine the reader's reaction when the next chapter drops. Whoa! Does Blurry QR Code have a time machine or what? Oh, that'd totally save the Fluffy's future sales. After all, my little Furbo crew already works for you. Just have them slip me a copy of the Phantasmoon Games press release. Let's call it buying your exclusive adaptation rights. We'll do a 50-50 split.
I've already figured out how to spend the tease. First, I'll buy Pom Pom 10 new outfits, then get Himeko a brand new coffee machine. And after that...
All right, since we've got the profit split sorted, looks like my creative block won't last much longer. Just wait for my appearance at Star Rail Fest. Star Rail Fest, a grand event that gathers millions of eyes and an inordinate amount of wish power. And under all that attention, the dark forces coveting the Master of Elation's blessing are bound to surface. Heroes and devils dancing together in plain Arcadia. Tell me, is there a better source of inspiration than that? My hero, don't let us down.
A supplicant is the master of wish power, but wish power can also become the shackles that bind the supplicant, forcing them to fulfill its desires. Love and hatred are alike. Dependence resembles fear. What commands wish power isn't only love, but also hatred. Thank you. These notes will really be a big help to him.
Good. I'm so glad to be of help. For generations, many members of our family have attempted to enter the Phantasmoon Games, hoping to rely on the Aeon's immense power to lift the curse afflicting the Graphia bloodline. Some came close to the mask, but could only watch as history passed them by. Others wore it, only to fail in the end. That was until 400 years ago, when your great-great-grandfather Hero won the Phantasmoon Games and successfully gained an audience with Aha. But the family's curse was not broken. In his notes he wrote, "Just as the god of destruction cannot cradle a bouquet, so too is the god of elation powerless against a curse. Such is the cycle of cause and effect."
Father, are you wondering what it was that healed me?
I know you're keeping something from me. But I don't care what cured you 15 years ago. As long as you're alive, I can wait until the day you're ready to tell me. Still, as a father, there are things I must say, even if you don't want to hear them. As an artist, I'm fascinated by fleeting lives. Well, they struggle, they suffer, and in doing so, reveal a brilliance worthy of time's memory. But, as a father, I can't stand by and watch my daughter walk into tragedy. I bless you to be a hero, to welcome the same end as Akivili. Those are words I could never speak.
The road ahead is shrouded by uncertainty, and that's why someone must take the first step, to trailblaze a path others can follow.
I can't stop you, even though every part of me wishes you'd stay. But this is your choice, my daughter's choice. All I can do is stand by you quietly and pray you'll come back safely. Do you still remember the bedtime story I used to tell? They say there was once a princess in the sky. Day and night she painted in her celestial garden, untouched by the joys and sorrows of the mortal world. One night, a thunderous sound echoed from her painting. Curious, she stepped inside. Through seas of flowers, across mountains, until she reached the world's edge. There stood an ancient tower, so tall it pierced the heavens. So vast, it seemed to hold the universe itself.
Climbing the endless staircase, the princess reached the summit, and from there she saw the world beyond her garden. In the distance, she heard cries, the voices of people burning in raging fire. From that tower of infinity descended the world painter to walk the mortal realm. With a single stroke of her brush, she brought forth 1,000 imaginae, turning the tide against destruction. To go where there are cries, to go where there are flames. That is the origin of our family name, Murata.
But beyond the family name, my interpretation of our ancestor's name, Graphia, is also the hope I place in you. Himiko, whatever choice you make, if this is truly what you want, then go. Use those steps blazed upon trails to paint the world as you see it.
Thank you, Dad. By the way, how's your health? You haven't picked up any bad habits like smoking or drinking while I was away, have you?
As the Dean of Graphia Academy, I still have to set a good example for my students. It's just, my tendinitis keeps acting up. My herniated disc is getting worse. Himeko, how long will you be staying?
At least until the lunar cycle shifts. I'll stay here in plain Arcadia until then.
I see. If only the Phantom Moon could stay full forever. Himeko, safe travels on the trails ahead.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to Foolish TV's special news segment, Arcadian Morning Report. I'm your host, Goofy.
Hi, everyone! I'm your host, Snowy! The Star Rail Fest exhibition venue, funded by Pearluxe Corp and constructed by Turbogen Heavy Industries, has officially been completed!
Thanks to modern imagenesis technology, it took only a day for the Skyline's lookout cloud to take on a completely new look.
Starting today, the Lookout Cloud line is officially opening up its stop for the Star Rail Fest exhibition areas. The exhibition areas opening on day one include the Bellabog area, Siajolafu area, and Penacony area, showcasing the legendary adventures of the Astral Express. The Infurious area, which is currently under construction, will open in due course.
For this event, Pearluxe cordially invites several crew members of the Astral Express to visit and be interviewed, including the Trailblazer, who recently joined the Phantom Moon Games as a supplicant.
That is certainly something to look forward to. I heard Pearluxe has also invited Blurry QR Culp, the author of Fluffy Across the Globe, for a signing session. It'll be the first time the author reveals their true face in public.
An exhibition to gather wish power. Now that's an interesting scheme. Leave it to Pearl to come up with such a bizarre idea.
Pearl is also mobilizing Pearluxe's resources to promote us.
When I talked with Pearl, I shared with her the idea of becoming a sail, advancing and retreating together. This collaboration could truly bring out the best of our respective strengths.
Sometimes I wonder if Jade invited us here with the intention of giving her colleagues a winning edge in the Phantom Moon Games.
for Pearl, this Ionic game is probably also a good opportunity to observe and study the way we operate.
Though, compared to our usual opponents, this Intellitron executive is a surprisingly rational decision maker. Her proposal for cooperation seems more trustworthy than most.
It's not rationality that concerns me. It's the irrational factors. Exactly. News of the Dovebrook bloodbath has already blown up online. The Department of Aberration Defense tried to clamp down on the rumors, but plenty of people are still linking it to the Herald of Death from 15 years ago. With such a large crowd gathering there, this exhibition could very well become a target for the new Herald of Death.
Pearl must have contingency plans for situations like this, right? That old guy? No way!
Whatever Pearl has planned, we must consider the possibility that the Herald of Death might attack the venue. We won't just be there to showcase the Astral Express to the people of this world. We'll also need to stay on high alert for any suspicious activity.
It's about time. You should get going. Someone's got to stay behind on the Express to keep the conductor company and be up. You guys have fun out there, but stay safe. Contact me right away if anything comes up.
They're both out on a mission with General Yao Guang. Dan Heng is tracking Blade's whereabouts, while Sunday is working with Miss Ting Yun. Both of them are tied up. Looks like they won't be able to make it to the exhibition this time.
Looks like the heavy burden of documenting our travels falls on yours truly once again. I'll make sure to snap tons of pics so I can tell you guys all about the exhibition when we get back. Star Rail Fest, here we come!
Saving progress. Next time, let's crank it up a notch.